We're wild on the go on the Marcus Landslide Interpretive Trail in Scottsdale, Arizona.
It's about 3 miles total out and back.
We're going to go have a look around and share some thoughts and tips along the way. Apart from the essentials, there's a few other items that I like to take along with me when I'm desert hiking. I take these things along to help remove cactus needles or thorns from my skin. The duct tape will get those fine hair-like needles that I can just put the tape on and pull them out. The comb comes in handy with such things as the barbs on like cholla cactus. Just rake them right out of the skin. And then the needle nose pliers are very handy to pull out thorns. They're also good to kind of grip cholla when I'm combing them away so that I don't get further injured by other barbs on the cholla cactus. So these three things are great for helping to remove cactus needles and thorns. Another thing is a buff or a bandana. I like to use this as a headband to keep sweat from out of my eyes. I can just wipe my face with it. I can pull it up over my face in the event of dust that comes up all of a sudden. I can get it wet and cool down my carotid arteries. There's just a lot of things that you can do with this. I always try to keep one of these with me when I'm hiking, period, but essential when desert hiking. Another thing is gaiters. Now, I didn't have to use these today because the trail's nice and beaten down, but when there's loose gravel, sand, and rocks, I like to have gaiters on, and these will go up around my ankles and down over the tops of my shoes, and they help to keep the sand, gravel, and little rocks from getting into my shoes and making me uncomfortable when I'm hiking. So these are just a few of the things that I like carrying apart from the essentials when hiking in the desert. There's 4 peaks. Weaver's Needle in the Superstition Wilderness. And there's the fountain at Fountain Hills.
Since we're hiking with Barkley today, we thought we'd stop and share a few tips about hiking with your dog. If you're hiking with your dog, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the trail you're planning to hike allows dogs. A lot of them in the national parks especially don't. Now, they're probably going to require that they be on a 6-foot leash. Inevitably, we come across somebody that does not have their dog on a leash, and this is a big concern to me. They'll inevitably say, the dog is friendly, don't worry. Well, the problem with that is they don't know if my dog's friendly. And even though Barkley's pretty friendly, if a dog that's bigger than him comes running up to him and is not on a leash, he can get pretty defensive, and that can be scary. So if the dog isn't on a leash, a problem with that is if he becomes aggressive, it's very difficult to separate the dogs. Also, if a dog isn't on a leash, there's a possibility of them chasing wildlife. Dogs love to chase squirrels, rabbits, and if they go and chase a deer or an elk or a bear or something, that can be dangerous not only to them but to you, because they may circle around and bring it back your direction. Another problem with chasing wildlife is they're off trail. And particularly when you're hiking in the desert, there is snakes, scorpions to worry about, a lot of prickly, pokey cactus, and you want to keep your dog on the trail, and the best way to do that is to make sure that they're on the leash as required. You'll also want to make sure to bring extra water for your dog when you're hiking. A lot of people, they love their pets and they will use their own water for their dogs, and that's going to put them in danger of dehydration. So make sure that you always have some extra water for the dog. Also, the dog's not going to tell you if it's thirsty or tired. It's just going to hike as long as you're hiking because he wants to be with you. So make sure that you take advantage of shady spots to allow him time to sit and rest. Get plenty of drinks of water.
This is a fallen mushroom. Here, weathering and erosion took their course, toppling this mushroom. Notice that the area under the bottom of the mushroom, where it detached from its base, has a different color than the surrounding area. That small patch hasn't been exposed to air and water for as long as the rock around it, revealing a gap in time between the slowly formed mushroom and the sudden event of the toppling over.
The Marcus Landslide is a rare type in which soil and rock flow out horizontally across the landscape much farther than the vertical drop involved. The slide mass next to us is roughly 4,000 feet long, 1,650 feet wide, and rises about 100 feet above the original land surface. This is one of Arizona's largest known landslides, yet it was undiscovered until 2002 by 2 young college students.
This is where the Marcus Landslide Trail ends after 1.5 miles of hiking. However, there's a Marcus Landslide loop now. It's a 1-mile loop that returns back to this sign and basically goes around the landslide area. What do you think of that?
Not what I was expecting.
How you doing, Barkley? Had enough?
Yeah. Well, this was a really nice hike.
Yeah, we'll probably come back and hike some of these other trails. Barkley's getting a little bit older now, and so it was a little hard on him. I know, kind of good excuse, huh?
Yeah. So please remember to comment, share, and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
Here is my water bottle. My water over there. Hello.
What are you looking for?
My water.
It's in your hand.
No, my water bottle.
It's in your hand.
Oh.